Emotions. Emotions contrast with reason. The function of emotions: preparing us for action, shaping our future, helping us to interact more effectively with others, and to facilitate adaptability. Emotions are often analyzed into components such as an eliciting event, a facial expression, a physiological change, a phenomenological experience, and a motivation or action tendency. Type of emotion can be anticipatory emotions such as dread and desire, and outcome emotions such as happiness, sadness, anxiety, regret, and relief. The dimensions of emotion, where the balance can be positive or negative, but motivation can be approach or avoidance. In approach, there is happiness, which is positive, and sadness, which is negative, while in avoidance, there is positive, such as relief, and negative, such as anxiety and fear. The universal emotions are happiness, sadness, disgust, surprise, anger, fear, and the 10 basic emotions: sejats, uh, contempt, joy, anger, disgust, excitement, shame, fear, interest, and guilt. All. Charles Darwin's The Expression of Emotions in Man and Animal, he sought to find evidence that for his revolutionary hypothesis that certain basic emotions are shared across culture. The moral emotions such as pegs, pride, embarrassment, guilt, shame are the emotion that responds to moral violations or that motivate moral behavior. Moral emotions are those emotions that are linked to the interest or welfare either of a society as a whole or at least of a person other than them. The other condemning emotions are contempt, anger, disgust, and self conscious emotions are just guilt, embarrassment, shame. An emotion involves physiological arousal, expressive behavior, and conscious experience. At one extreme, emotion can be seen as biological responses to situations over which we have control. At the other extreme, there are psychologists who define emotion more by the conscious experience rather than by biological response. Lazarus. William James and Carl Lund suggest that emotional experience is a direct result of physiological arousal. They say physiological arousal is seen to cause emotions, but Cannon says arousal is a signal system of our brain to act and produce emotions. So, according to James Land's theory of emotion, stimulus leads to bodily arousal, which is the first response, which will then lead to the second response, which is the emotions. I am afraid because I am aroused, where emotion is afraid but stimulus is aroused. Cannon-Bar theory, the emotion and the physiological arousal occur more or less at the same time and not one of the other. I am afraid, I am running, I am aroused. Cannon argues that the James Lange theory is too slow for accounting for instantaneous emotional feeling, yet his own theory also contains a flaw. If the brain decides upon emotional experience based on physiological arousal, then individuals who receive no physiological arousal should not experience emotion. The facial feedback hypothesis assumes that facial expressions provide feedback to the brain concerning the emotions being expressed, which in turn causes and intensifies the emotion. Smiling makes you feel happy, and frowning makes you feel sad. Evaluation of the biological basis of emotion. Feeling nervous often feels similar to excitement. There can be two reasons. One major criticism is we are not very good at detecting our levels of physiological arousal, and two, cognition should play a major role in emotions too, as we are praise situation. The Shakhtar and Singer two-factor theory emphasize the importance of both the physiological and the situational factors in determining emotions. The two things which happen are the physical arousal and labeling of that arousal based on the cues from the surrounding environment. The cognitive appraisal model by Lazarus, where external events, goals, beliefs, appraisal leads to emotion, leads to a coping mechanism. If the coping mechanism is problem focused, that it acts on the word, there will be action, execution, planning, and to seek instrumental social support. But if it is emotion focused, that is to act on beliefs, there will be denial to find silver lining, shift blame, and distancing. Positive emotions. The importance of positive emotions are it opens up thinking in creative and imaginative way. It enhances meaning, are markers of meaningful experiences, broaden the horizon of thought and experience, are related to resilience and growth.